Well, hello everyone, welcome back to Side Quest and Elden Ring Nightreign and the Roundtable Hold. It's story time today. Yes, we've had a couple more successful runs now, making good progress, but I feel like we're kind of falling behind on the memories and remembrances and journal readings and such. So, we are going to focus on that today. We're going to go through as much of it as we can. In addition, actually, to the additional runs you saw the last couple of weeks with me and the Dans, I actually did a kind of streaming night over on our Twitch channel, PlayFrame Plus, where I just did a bunch of runs with some of y'all for a bit. In part for practice, in part to grind for relics and merc, in part to ensure that I was getting more of these memory fragments for each character so that we had plenty of them available for us to do and advance this little journal thing here. So if y'all are wanting to join for that in the future, I don't really have a lot of time for streaming these days, so I can't really promise doing it with any kind of frequency, but odds are best that I will be able to do such streams on Wednesday evenings, sometime around 6 or later p.m. Pacific time. I guess subscribe to or follow our Twitch channel, rather, if you're wanting to be alerted of when those streams happen. Also consider, I guess, going to the Discord if you're wanting to play with some other very capable folks, much more capable than me, honestly. There should be a link to the kind of unofficial PlayFrame fan Discord down in the description below. And they've got a group of folks who are playing pretty frequently. Anyway, I figured let's start with Wylder again. I've been trying to figure out how best to go about this. Like, we may have to bounce around from character to character, and if that's what it comes to, that's what it comes to, but it also seems like a good way to have a lot of stories going at once that are a little tricky to juggle. So maybe let's see how far we can push it with just Wylder and Wylder's story. And if we hit a roadblock, then fine, we'll start switching it up, because we got remembrances available for just about everybody at this point. So we've got lots we can do. Might be that we've got enough to do today and next week. We'll see. But yeah, so we had a remembrance here on Chapter 5. The Wylder continued to fight, never mentioning his younger sister. There was no way forward except to soldier through the war at hand. He returned to the Roundtable Hold that day to discover a note from the Iron Menial. I've considered what might explain your single obsession with that earring. Then it came to me. The two of you possess a striking likeness, so much so that I simply cannot deny it. There's something that you must know. Please, check the study. I would love to do that. Let's begin the remembrance. Thanks to Iron Menial's intervention, these two might actually figure out who the other is. So, I guess the study is more this way, right? Books. Sorry about the chair. Which room's the study? This is the study. Where are you? Hello? Huh. Maybe if we just investigate a little bit. A short passage on the underground crypt. We lie the condemned of the first nightfall, whose sin is too great for absolution by our own deeds. Thus we shall ever guide our progeny, until the night breaks. Interesting. How's it going, Small Jar? I'll do some shopping later. I'm just trying to, oh, there's more reading. Okay. A short passage on the passing of the night. Hark, warriors, fell the Lord and thy sins absolve. Upon the breaking of the night the hold shall crumble, and thou too shalt be unbound. What about this one? A short passage on the priestess of the Round Table. The priestess, mouthpiece of the formless master, rooted to the Round Table, she must share its fate. Don't like the sound of that, given what we last read, but, ominous. What? I heard a noise. From somewhere, the sound of a heavy door opening rings out. Interesting. Trying to think of any heavy doors I've seen around. Might be one kind of from the outside. Wait. That was closed before. That was definitely closed before. Hello? Ooh. Hello indeed. This looks very similar. This looks very similar to that last little area we go on the third night. With the like white branches and tree roots and the architecture that is all bleached and matches it. Got a lot of coffins down here, which does seem to be the same number as there are nightfarers, which is mildly concerning. The ways of cutting point to the deep woods. Bestow branches to those who are worthy and wise. Huh. The ways of cutting point to Windwale Knoll. Bestow branches to those who wander and roam. To atone for the first sin, we elect to become the foundation. Can you explain any of this? Actually, better question, will you explain any of this?
Yes, the crypt is filled with the ancient people of these lands. I still remember looking after them long, long ago. As you know, mortality does not apply to those such as myself. These souls were laid to rest here in anticipation of the threat we now face, in a ritual required to draw the minds of their descendants here.
Huh. Well, you did have something to say about likeness?
Brave champion, there is something that you should know. The priestess was here long before the rest of you. Indeed, she is held captive by the Round Table itself.
Concerning? Any more on that?
Brave champion.
No.
The priestess, indeed, by the Round...
Okay. Interesting. Let's see what else we can find, though, and who else we might talk to. The ways of cutting. Huh? There's someone to speak to still. Somewhere out here. On the beach, maybe? Oh, yes. Hey, hey. How's it going?
What is it? You can tell me.
I think we might be siblings, possibly. Or something similar. Are you trapped here?
So, dear caretaker let the cat out the bag. It's true. I'm imprisoned by the Round Table Hold. Far from an architect of this scheme, I am merely another condemned. You may find it amusing, but it is the truth. Once we're done, it will be goodbye.
Bummer. Any more thoughts before I bounce out of this remembrance?
The Round Table Hold and I are one and the same. I am rooted to this place, my exit forbidden. I'm glad we're in this together. It could be worse. We will win this war. I promise.
I think we will, eventually. Just to make sure you don't say anything else.
The Round Table Hold and I am rooted.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad we will.
Gotta check these things. And we're back. Wylder's journal was updated. Ooh, and we got another chalice, too. Lovely. The Wylder had the same dream time and time again. A long night persists, driving his clansfolk to madness. After a horrific battle, all that remains upon Windwale Knoll is a sea of gravestones. After the deaths of his cousin Farad, little Shirin, and his own father, the clan's chieftain, the Wylder discovers that only he remains. And now only he can avenge his clan. Only he can bring an end to the night. But even if he can, once we're done, it will be goodbye. Even if the night were extinguished, the twin horses will never gallop beside one another again. And that's as far as we've got for Wylder right now. To get any further, I either need to just do more runs with Wylder, or advance further, I guess, by defeating more bosses. Not sure which, but looks like we're done with Wylder for the time being. I guess then, let's just start going in the order I've been playing characters here. Ironeye. We've got a little bit more for you now. And it's been a little bit, so just to refresh. Instructions sent from the Fellowship to the Ironeye. Ironeye, beloved child of the Fellowship. We've received word from Batir that you fulfilled your duty. Your compensation is on its way. Remain at your present location. A new, substantial task will soon be upon you, which will likely require journeying to the lands between. Details to follow. Ever your custodian, Isolde. P.S. Please forget what I said the other day. It was pure balderdash, spoken in frustration. Chapter 2. Instructions sent from the Fellowship to the Ironeye. Ironeye, beloved child of the Fellowship. I'm certain you are aware of the destruction of the boarding house in the Duskin Valley. Root out the traitor and retire him. You can pick up his trail in the lands between. Standard protocol applies. The Fellowship will not involve itself. Traveling expenses, intelligence, and allies must all be procured as you work. Ever your custodian, Isolde. Chapter 3. A report written by the Ironeye addressed to the Fellowship. Isolde, my custodian. I have no means to deliver this report, but I here shall... that seems like a typo, but we'll try it anyway. But I here shall I record my progress. Following the traitor's trail has led me to the Round Table Hold. I've made an ally who goes by the name of Priestess. There have been scant clues to find, but such is the way in this field of work. The work itself proceeds as usual. Ironeye. And Chapter 4. Instructions sent from the Fellowship to the Ironeye. Ironeye, beloved child of the Fellowship. I believe you are familiar with the monster. It is clear now that his guardian has been slain long ago. It seems to have happened when the boarding house was destroyed in the Duskin Valley. There's a strong likelihood that the traitor to the Fellowship is indeed the monster. Take every precaution. He was raised by the Fellowship to be the centipedal scion he is, after all. Ever your custodian, Isolde. And now there's a remembrance to begin. I assume it's just going to character swap? Yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay. Whom shall we be checking in with? Anyone? Is this the right way? It is. Hello? Oh, you. Back in this garb.
Oh, there you are. Now, about the traitor from your Fellowship. Let us talk.
Okay.
Then you're good and ready.
I think so. Tell me of the Fellowship.
The Fellowship. That's the name of the mercenary outfit you belong to, is it not? You travel around the world, settling conflicts through clandestine acts. Masters of assassination. As unsettling as your talents might seem to an outsider. In service to our cause, they are reassuring indeed.
I'm glad you think so.
Then you're good and ready.
Tell me of the traitor.
The traitor you're after. It seems I too am involved in all of this. One of those summoned to the Round Table is said to have abandoned their duties, or so the voice has intimated. I was thinking of telling the others, but then you arrived, as if you had appeared to help me pursue the matter. The traitors of the Round Table and the Fellowship appear to be one and the same. Let's you and I get to the bottom of this.
Okay. How?
Then you're good and ready.
Tell me of the task.
I need you to eliminate a band of condemned. These condemned valiantly faced down the night, but ultimately failed and surrendered to the darkness. They are, in fact, us. Worse still, they multiply through their marriage to the night, spreading from one world to the next. We must stop them before it's too late.
Us, you say?
Ah, yes. As you may have surmised, versions of you from other worlds are found among their number, and we might just learn something from them. Best of luck.
Well, thank you. Personal objective added, which sounds like something I'm going to have to deal with on an expedition.
The condemned who have fallen to the night deserve death. There is no doubt.
Okay. Anything else?
How are you finding the Round Table? I pray that you will be met with some comfort here.
Yeah, it's been all right. Okay, let's go see if we can find us a personal objective to be doing. Running out solo to do that seemed to work pretty good last time. So maybe let's just try it again. I don't know if any one of these is actually like a harder run. Like, I wonder if the boss you choose, like, determines the difficulty of the run in any way. Especially if you're not, like, getting to the boss itself. Doesn't matter. Let's see if this works. Defeat the other Ironeye who's appeared in a cataclysm in Limveld. Okay, cataclysms are also a thing we've not really run into previously. Let's, see if we can find one. Okay. So aha. You see that little whirlwind kind of above a building way up there? That, I believe, is a cataclysm. So we're going to need to find our way over there and, I guess, engage in a fight once we arrive. I don't know how strong I need to be for that, but let's not take chances. I'll start doing this run and see if we can get ourselves over there to deal with whatever awaits. Back with you in a bit. Okay, well, good news. Because of the unfortunate location at the far end of the map, I kind of had to put off trying to get up to this cataclysm until day 2. But fortunately, I managed to beat the night 1 boss. And we're up to level 8. Got some decent gear on us. And this will fly us pretty darn close, I think. Yeah. Should fly us all the way around to here, drop us off. And then we can see what we're in for. Especially now that we're level 8. I'm feeling pretty good about our chances, but then I've never actually done one of these cataclysm whirlwind things before. So I don't really know what happens. Yipes. Big shade monsters are so cool. Here we are. Be so cool if there was a merchant just like right nearby, but I don't think there is. Wait. Maybe I should find this first. This looks like the actual objective. I don't know, that's like the kind of marker that objectives were at previously. Maybe we should focus on this first. It's close anyway. And you can even see the distant white tree thing over there. That's cool. I've never been down there. What even is down here? Whee! Nothing scary, I hope. I think this is scary. Night Huntsman! Ah, it's me. Okay, now I think we found the event. Glad I didn't go to the wrong place, at least. You're in trouble. I think I'm higher level than you expected me to be. Higher level and way better equipped. Yeah, you're gonna have to do better than that. Invader vanquished. Traitor's letter, an invitation from the traitor. Lovely. Cool. We did the thing. Go us. All right. Well, let me, for kicks, just see how far the rest of this run gets, and I'll most likely be back with you in the hold in a moment. BRB. Actually, you know, long as we're here, let's see what these are about. What better time? I'm seeing someone rolling at me there, and that looks like... Yeah. Okay, so that's what these things are. These little cataclysm events are, like, NPC invasions, effectively. That's cool. Rain's moving in, though. Don't love that part. Nipes! All right, bud, we don't have a lot of time here. Catch. There we go. What was that all about? Nice. Whoa. Get you a nice Raider's Great Axe, which I don't need, but this could be cool. Neat. I mean, sure. So what's like in here? Is anything different? It's kind of different vibes inside, at least. I'm not really treating this as like a serious run. I'm mostly just... Ow. Dying. Anyway, I'll be back with y'all in a bit. Okay, yeah, no, very shut down by the Night 2 boss pretty much immediately, but that's okay. We have fetched the thing. What's up?
When do we fight?
You, when it's your turn again. You've had a lot of turns, man. Let someone else have a go.
The land here is cursed, alongside every creature that walks it. I suppose it's fitting, as a place to bury that abomination.
Not a single occupant of this keep would be fun at a party. Right, yes. You are back here somewhere, and I fetched a thing. I should read the description on the thing, actually. There's a few descriptions I should probably read, come to think of it, but we'll start with this. An invitation from the traitor, sealed with the stamp of an assassin's contract. Inside the envelope, a single folded page contains a short message. When the Night Lord nears, meet at the round table. The monster was aware of a looming threat and welcomed the assassin Ironeye. Interesting. Yeah, we've definitely got some description reading to do a little bit later.
I commend your efforts. Please, accept this token of thanks.
I will. What is it?
Now then, have you any news to report?
Show her the traitor's letter. Did you actually give me anything? Maybe some merc. Here's a letter.
I didn't think he would make the first move. We should bide our time for now.
Okay.
I didn't think he would make... We should bide
Right. Okay, well, remembrance done. Go us. Ironeye's journal was updated by the recovered memory fragment. And also we got a chalice and a cracked sealing wax. Cool. So hang on, let's Read that thing. Oh, it's like an actual relic. Sealing wax removed from an opened letter, used by sellswords of the Fellowship. The stamp signifies an assassin's oath. Once a target is agreed upon, there is no going back. Such contracts are said to have their origin in the lands between, and I think I have a good guess as to where. Probably. Then again, that particular seal, the rune in it, looks a little more like those who live in Death rune, I think? It's been a little bit. But anyway, the effect, though, extends duration of weak point. Oh, cool. Extends the duration of my little, Hunter's Mark thing. And critical hits earn runes. Love that. Cool. Seems pretty good for me. Chapter 5. A report written by the Ironeye, addressed to the Fellowship. Isolde, my custodian. I've picked up the trail of the traitor, the monster. He's a brother of the Fellowship. The battle's sure to be drawn out, but I shall prevail. I shall send a report once the deed is done. Ironeye. P.S. I found a sealed missive amongst my effects. In accordance with protocol, I shall open it unless advised otherwise, Master. Okay. And with that, I think we've kind of hit the most I can do on Ironeye without getting some more memory fragments from just regular runs. Although, before we proceed onward, what else do we have worth examining in the inventory that we might not have examined previously? So I'm pretty sure we checked on this, but just in case, a natural whetstone of high quality with a fine grain, a precious sharpening stone mined in Limveld. The clash with Night has spanned eons, and yet now precious little time remains. Oh, yes, and there's these other Knight of the, boss monster things we've gotten from those two bosses we beat. Knight of the Baron, a knight belonging to Adele, left upon his defeat. The dragon was nothing less than a wonder of the natural world. Majestic in size and bearing, it was the apex predator of the old island upon which it roosted. But when the sky began to weep in hues of azure, all was lost. There was nothing left to feed upon, leaving only hunger, which grew into madness. A ravening unending. And Knight of the Wise. The knight belonging to Noster. The secluded forest was being eaten away by the surrounding desert, and when the blessing of water passed over its many leaves and boughs, thus began a great exodus of its creatures. To survive, the insects would have to adapt. So began their prolonged and perilous journey. Also a key item or two, which we may have... I'm just going to play it safe, because I'm not 100% sure I did remember to stop and read these. Trace of Night. The qualities of the Night Lord, bearing the manifest potential to alter fate itself. The light dimly reveals the contours of a greater being that lies beyond the Night Lord. And we've definitely seen Wylder's earring, a single earring belonging to the Wylder, rusted and encrusted with grime. Such ornaments were worn for generations by a distant tribe. They are delicately embellished to cast a pattern when held up to the light. This appears to be one of a pair. But then the mended earring, with its pin repaired, this earring's been fully restored. Such ornaments were worn for generations by a distant tribe. They are delicately embellished, etc. Closely resembles one owned by the Wylder. Can't imagine why. But okay. Most of that, I've been going for a little bit, but a lot of that was just a run that was not on camera, so let's check up on the Guardian and their chapters. Chapter 1. The Guardian was born in the Winged Realm, becoming a knight of the Pinion Folk, sworn to protect its lands and peoples. In the splintered memories of the Guardian are two flocks. The old flock from his home nation, who he failed to protect, who died, and the new flock, who fare with him against the night. Chapter 2. This is a memory of the new flock, of a meeting between the Guardian and a witch, both of whom were guided to the Round Table Hold. There, though I doubt thou wilt soar the skies as once thou didst. So murmured the recluse, gently stroking the wing in sympathy. The Guardian felt the curse that eats away at his wing recede, its progress halted. He thanked her with courtesy, but the recluse just shook her head in silence. "'Tis nothing. 'Twas for such times I learned what I did. The Guardian turned his eye to a nearby pile of books. Perhaps, if armed with knowledge, I might have saved them, he thought. It was from thence that the Guardian began to address the recluse as his teacher. I like there being a relationship between those two. It also a little added reason for why we sometimes see the Guardian in the library reading. Sometimes when the recluse there too, sometimes just on his own. Chapter 3. This is a memory of the old flock. In formation they took to the skies, cutting through the air with the ease of a single living thing. From his vantage amongst the clouds, the Guardian spied the citadel below. A hail of spears came hurtling from the ramparts. This was all part of their duty, as winged warriors of the scapular regiment. The Guardian's corps took the van to shield the greater flock from the incoming projectiles, before receding to allow the Talon regiment to plunge into the fortress. It would not stand for long. It was through battle that the flock was whole, until the cursed blades would come to rob them of their wings. And Chapter 4. This is a memory of the new flock, of a lesson learned at the Round Table Hold. Just put it on. I fixed it up for you, friend. The man known as the Raider was bold and boisterous. I knew it would be perfect for a fine knight of your stature. He was also a terrible meddler and willful in his way. Having had the helm foisted upon him, the Guardian instinctively batted it away. He knew the Raider had meant no harm, but he had simply laid down his helm long ago. Ever since the day he lost the flock he failed to protect. And thus begins a remembrance. Hello, hello. Birdman here.
I don't know the whole story, but I seem to have done you wrong. I'm sorry, brother.
Yeah, I really like the Night Lords having relationships to each other that this explores. I don't know why I didn't think that might happen. I guess I'm pretty used to a lot of FromSoft NPCs not really having a lot of opportunity to interact. Like, they may have history together, but usually interaction is just your player character finding them and talking to them a bit, and then finding them somewhere else later. So yeah, you don't get a lot of conversations between them. Certainly not while both are living. And yeah, no, I like this. I like them taking advantage of the opportunity.
I don't know the whole... I seem...
So where am I needed? Oh, just out here. Is it with you or someone else?
I hesitate to ask. Good champion. But would you mind explaining what happened between you and the Raider?
Hat disagreements. Also, I lost my flock.
You speak of the chivalric band to which you belonged. How did you come to lose them, as you say?
Our wings were clipped. We couldn't fly.
I see. A tragic tale indeed. And your form, heartbreaking. Though it boggles the mind to think there was an attack which your defensive prowess could not overcome. Indeed, what could have caused such a thing?
It is because of the curse.
Oh, the scarring. This is the work of an accursed blade.
Interesting.
I once read a story in a very old tome about a realm far west of the lands between where fighting erupted. One side was comprised of winged men. They were robbed of these wings by an accursed weapon known as an Ictarus. Countless pinion folk were killed, while their kingdom's fate hung in the balance. Or so the story goes. I never imagined I would meet a living victim.
Well, you're welcome.
To think the legends were true.
About the cursed weapon.
The accursed weapon, the Ictarus, is chronicled in a certain tome. But I'm afraid there are no other clues. The tome was part of a 3-volume collection, and 2 of the set are missing. If I could have read their contents, I may have been able to help you.
Oh.
good champion. We must pursue this further.
I agree.
We must determine the origin of the curse, to keep history from repeating itself. The books might yet be found in the lands between, and I too would be most gladdened if you were to find them.
And with that, we've got a new personal objective. Lovely. Let me go make sure that my relics are all in order, and we'll go find the dang things. BRB. Okie dokie, what do we got? Personal objective way on the other side of the map, really near the outer edge. Don't love it. And I'd love to try to get there before the Night 1 boss, just because Guardian, not the easiest to solo with, not a big damage output character. Hopefully I can get to level 3 or 4 on the way over there. Oof, it's gonna be tight. Maybe level 3. We'll see if I can get to level 3 and get over there before the rain kicks in. We'll see. Okay, we've had a bit of luck here. We're up to level 5. The rain's closed in once, but we got lucky. It closed in kind of on this bottom quadrant. So if we have to do a fight here, and I suspect we're going to, just because that's how it's been with the previous two, there's always been a fight. You can't just go pick an item up. We're at level 5. So I feel like our odds are pretty good. Not sure how much time we have left, though, is the problem. Before the rain moves in again. Come on, come on, come on. We're close, we're close, we're close. Shiny! Nuts. Okay. Yep, okay. Boy, I hope you're not a sturdy one. I fear you're a kind of sturdy one. Oh, boy. I'm confident I can beat the thing. It's just the amount of time I have. Hurry. What if I just did this? Maybe this would help. Only a little. Yeah, it really doesn't do a lot of damage. Hey, small fry, I really do not have time for you guys' intervention right now. Come on, man. Although, yeah, if you want to run down here further away from where the rain's probably going to be... man, come on. Gotta be that jerk. Quick. We do not have time for this, my guy. Please fall over. Oh, you're not. You're setting me on fire instead. Ugh. Oh, this is slowing me down too much. Oof, yeah. Do not have time for this. Fall over already. Whew. Played it a little reckless there, but needed to heal. Die! The rain's closing in. Greedy jerk. Thank you. Where is Shiny? Whew! Stone stake. That opens a sealed away lock. Please tell me that's not another objective here on the map. Probably not. Probably something that opens something back at the hold. And what a relief. But okay, success. Let me finish out this run, sort of, and see you all back in the hold. Nope, very shut down, but that's fine. We got what we were looking for. Iron Menial? I've succeeded.
Is that? Did you find it? Thank you. Indeed, that's the key we're after. The witch brought the tome to me, bound though it was. But now the seal can be undone.
Lovely. Second volume, Annals detailing cursed weapons.
The terrible thing is a product of war. However, the origin of the curse is still frustratingly opaque. Perhaps we shall discover it in the remaining volume.
Perhaps so, but we've completed the remembrance. Good job, us.
One volume remains. Brave champion. Should you retrieve the book, do be so kind as to inform me.
You betcha. Whew. That one was tough. To solo, anyway. Guess there's nothing saying I have to solo these, but makes it easier to record. Mostly. Yeah, let's see. Chapter 5. This is a memory of the old flock. The Guardian was the sole survivor of a war in which there was no hope of victory. It was in battle that the flock was whole, and could rebuff any and all who dared face them. Knights of the Pinion Folk feared not death. It was their duty and their pride to give themselves for the sake of the whole. The flock would always grow new feathers. But with ease it was that the cursed blades stole from the flock their wholeness and unity, by instilling in them the fear of losing their flight. Before the curse, the Guardian's shield was powerless. Oh, goodness. Another remembrance unlocked for the Guardian already. Well, that's not making my life easy, but perhaps that's a thing to be doing next week, because we definitely have other remembrances to do. I don't know if we'll do all the characters' remembrances. Maybe we'll advance further. Wow, we do need to keep up, though. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next week for probably some more story and remembrance fetching. Best I can do. Until then, take care, and goodbye.